Okay, here we are, part 2, episode 2. We are going to be adding in our second leaves to each side, top and bottom. Here I have 7. Now I'm going to take 2 strings, one for the bottom, 2 for the top, 2 for the top, 2 for the bottom. Do a 1-2 stitch, follow along, and then I just keep stitching all the way up the leaf that I've already made. I took 2 strings and I'm just adding them in all the way up. More strings, more knots. Okay. I believe actually this is the top I started with on this number 3 video. And it doesn't matter, you can do top or bottom, it's all going to be the same in the end. Okay, now these 2 strings, I'm not going to use them to make the second leaf. So you can just set those aside like I've done here. Just pin them out of the way. But you still will have 7 strings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because you added 2 and took away 2, we still have 7 strings that we're making our leaf with. Leave the first one off and start going back up. Leave 1 off. Now you have 2 left off, going back up. Okay, now there should be 3 left, 3 off, 4 left. Make sure your area is clean. Okay. Down to the last 3 strings. And over, 1 over, like just switch the position basically of those 2 strings. Now I'll add my T-pin, flip my pillow so it's in a position that I'm comfortable with. My pillow is not very big, it sits on my lap. It's comfortable, I can move it around. It makes it very easy rather than having to move your project around a board that might be stationary. My pillow allows me to just flip the pillow and continue on with what I'm doing. And we're just making the leaf the same as we did. 7 string leaf. If my video is not clear enough, if you can't see it well enough for whatever reason, there are other tutorials that show you more closely how to make leaves. I don't know why my video looks like it's sped up a little bit. Okay, no, it looks normal. I am really just learning editing, so you guys will have to bear with me for now. Filming, editing, all of this stuff, it's all new to me. I just, for years, I've just been making the jewelry, trying to take good photos, posting them on Etsy. Um, Getting into this aspect of doing macrame is very new for me, but I'm very excited about it. I really hope that you watch and hopefully learn. I created these designs by just, practicing a lot. Um, a lot. I've done countless macrame projects over all of these years. I think I started, I want to say back in like 2015. And, of course, like with everything, I wasn't very good at it at first. My knots looked loose and clunky, and, I was like, nobody's going to want to buy this. But when you practice and you keep going, you'll get better. By the way, I like to use flat wax cords because I really like the smoothness of the way the knots look at the end. All right, so that's the second leaf done. And showing you that I have two at the top that I left off. Now I'm going to flip around and show the bottom. And we have added two strings again, taken from the middle, going up, or down rather, because this is the bottom. I hope my voice is aligning with what's going on because I'm recording separately. But hopefully you get the idea by now of how we're making these leaves. The first two are pretty simple. It's taking 7 strings, making a leaf, but once you get into connecting 2 leaves is where you have to remember you've taken 2 strings from the middle, did a 1-2 knot and gone up, and at the top would take 2 and leave them off because we're not going to use them, but you're still left with 7 strings. You had 7 strings, you added 2, so that's 9, but now you've taken 2 off, so you're left with 7 again. I hope that makes sense. So we're just still making the leaf. The video I'm looking at while I'm recording, something has happened. All right, it'll be okay. Okay. My video is buffering. Oh, technology. So where am I at? 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. One, two. Okay, now I'm at the last 3. And here for the top again, we switch over. The one underneath goes on, it becomes your knotting cord instead of the working cord, like you switch them opposite. Okay, now I will flip my pillow, add a T-pin, and finish this second leaf on the bottom side. 1, 2, switch the cord. This makes a nice looking tip. 1, 2, now the third cord. And start from the top and going down. First cord. Second. Straightening up my strings. Third. With the fourth as the working now. Start at the top again. My working cord. First string. Second string. Third string. Fourth string that, you know, when you do it like this, it's what forms the leaves. You have to keep starting from the top or else you won't have a leaf. It fills it out. Okay, we're nearing the end of it now, where you will have 2 leaves tied together on one side and 2 leaves tied together on the other side, or on the top and the bottom rather. And then in the next part, I will show you how to add 1 more leaf to each side, giving you a total of 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom. And then later we will tie them together from the back side. I hope you have enjoyed watching these videos so far. I would love to get more subscribers to my YouTube channel so I can keep making more. I have plans to make, you know, different types of tutorials. I know a lot of people in some of my Facebook groups say a lot that it's hard to find English tutorials that are shown in different ways. I have my own methods to do certain things, like the tube style, for instance. The way I do it is totally different than the ones that I've found online. Okay. That's it for this episode. We'll see you in the next. Thanks. Bye.